Good morning, students. Myself, Carolyn from the Department of Physical Science. So I'm here to discuss about collaborative learning. So these are the contents we are going to discuss about. First, we shall see about the introduction. So collaborative learning is nothing but to work with groups or to work with another or with others. So in practice, collaborative learning has become to mean students working in pairs or small groups to achieve shared learning goals. So it is learning through small group work rather than learning by working alone. So collaborative learning is active learning method, and it involves students participating in collaborative learning or actively exchanging or debating and negotiating their ideas within the group members, and which increases their interest in learning. And it includes both the teaching and learning strategies, and provides environments in which learners engage in a common task where each individual depends on and is accountable to each other. So, collaborative learning. Collaborative learning is a kind of educational approach for teaching and learning that involves a group of learners working together to solve a problem or complete a task or create a product. So collaborative learning is based on the ideas that learning is naturally social act in which the participants will talk among themselves, and it is through the talk where learning occurs. So it's a picture debate describing the collaborative learning. Four principles of collaborative learning. So collaborative learning is based on the four principles. The first is the learner. Here we are describing the student as the learner. So the both learners and the students is a primary focus in the collaborative learning of instruction. And second principle is interaction doing or given primary importance in collaborative learning. And the third principle is working in groups is an important mode of learning. The final principle is the structured approaches to developing solutions to real world problems should be incorporated into learning. That is, the students will learn to develop the problem solving skills. That is, they will find out a problem, and they will they are capable of providing solution to that problem while learning in a collaborative learning method. Next is the characteristics. So as far as characteristics is concerned, the collaborative learning incorporates group work, and it sets some group goals and individual accountability. And here the students will work cooperatively. There will be an union while learning through collaborative learning method, and the learning is very active, and it will be a very purposeful one in collaborative learning. And students also will increase control over learning, and their responsibility of learning will be increased. And students here in collaborative learning, students plays an important role, and they will be the decision makers, and they will master their knowledge and through constructing content rather than through memorizing content. That is, they will master their knowledge in their own subject matter rather than memorizing it. They will understand and learn in collaborative learning method. And in collaborative learning, the students will build their self-esteem, and it enhance the student satisfaction with the learning experiences, and it promotes positive attitude towards the subject matter, and collaborative learning aids in students socialization. It will also increases the critical thinking skills and increases the retention of information and improves interest in their own subject matter. So these are all the characteristics of collaborative learning method. Next is the benefits. So in benefits, the students will develop the higher thinking skills. The thinking level of the students will be developed, and their communication skills will be developed, their leadership skills will be developed, and they will develop their self-management. And in collaborative learning, it will promote the student-faculty interaction. Faculty is nothing but the teachers. So student-teacher interaction will be developed through collaborative learning, and it will also increases the students' retention and self-esteem, and it will also increases the students' responsibility, and it will also increase understanding of diverse perspectives, and it will prepare the students for real life and social and employment situations. Next is individual benefits of collaborative learning. First is collaborative learning turns learning into a truly active process. So in collaborative learning, the students will learn their subject with enjoyment, and truly the learning will be a most active process. The next is it promotes learning from other viewpoints. So in collaborative learning, they are learning in groups. So the students will listen carefully what others' opinions, their others' thoughts, etc. So they will also learn from others' viewpoints. So it promotes learning from other viewpoints, and collaborative learning teaches how to think critically and quickly. So if a question or if a topic was posted before you, the collaborative learning helps, and it develops the students' critical thinking skills, and it will also develop them to think very quickly. So it teaches how to think critically and also quickly, and it promotes listening to criticism and advice. So it will make us to listen carefully what others are speaking, and it will promotes us to listen to criticism and also the advices given by others, and it develops public speaking and active listening skills. So collaborative learning is a foundation for us. So in future, we'll be working in some industries or companies. So that they will conduct some seminars, roundtable conference. So for that, collaborative learning is a base for that. So it will improve our speaking skills and our communication skills and also our listening skills, and it improves cooperation. So the team members or group will have a specific goal, and to attain their goal they will work together, they will work in collaboration. So collaborative learning improves cooperation. Next, we shall discuss about some examples of collaborative learning. The first is think or write, pair and share. So in this, the teacher, faculty will provide or will put forth a topic before the students, and they will make us to think and they will make us to write in the paper. The students will write their thought process and their ideas on the paper, and then they will pair and then the faculty will pair the students. They will pair in groups. The group should consist only 6 to 7 members. So they will pair them into groups, and finally they will make them to share in front of the class. So a member from each group should come in front of the class, and they should present their group ideas, thoughts about the particular topic. This is an wonderful example for collaborative learning, that is think or write, pair and share method. Next is the round table. So here the students are at the starting itself, the students are made into groups, and a question will be posted to them, and they are allowed to think and write it in the paper, and they are allowed to share it at the end. They are allowed to share it with their peer members. So it's a wonderful example, that is a round table conference. It's also one of the collaborative learning technique, which allows the students to access their knowledge, and they recall information and practice communication skills, etc. Next is the jigsaw method. So it is also a collaborative learning technique that gives students practice and present new material in a review and in informed debate. And in jigsaw method, the students are grouped into 3 to 4 groups, and the topic will be provided for each group. That is, the different topic will be provided for different group members, and they have to discuss about the topic, and they have to write their ideas about the topic on the paper. And the member from the each group should go to the next group, and they have to propose, or they have to share their ideas about the topic to the next group members. So like this, the circle continues, and at the end the whole class will come to know about, and they will come to learn about the topic given by the faculty to the different groups. So it's a wonderful example for collaborative learning method. Next is the concept mapping. In this, the students will write terms from the course on a large piece of paper. Then the lines are drawn connecting individual terms to indicate the relationship between those terms. And most of the terms in a concept map have multiple connections. And at the end, they will develop a concept map which requires the students to identify, and it also organize information, and it will also make them to establish meaningful relationship between the pieces of the information. So it is also a collaborative learning method which allows students working in groups a way of illustrating the connections that exist between terms or concepts covered in course material. Next is the advantages of collaborative learning. So collaborative learning builds self-esteem in students, and it will develop higher thinking skills, and it promotes students' faculty interaction and familiarity, and it increases students' retention, and it enhances student satisfaction for learning, and it promotes positive race relationship, and develop oral communication skills, and it promotes positive attitude towards the subject matter, and it also create a very active and involved and exploratory learning environment. Next is the limitations. So usually there will no sufficient time for true collaboration. In classes nowadays, collaborative learning does not exist. Does not occur because there is no sufficient time, because students are faculty are running out of time to complete their syllabus. So in such a case, collaborative learning is a major drawback or limitation for learning purposes. And in collaborative learning, teacher may not able to monitor groups effectively, so it's another drawback. And that Another drawback is teacher may have a difficult time going from instructor to facilitator. So these are all the main drawbacks of collaborative learning methods. The last is the conclusion. So collaborative learning is like an umbrella term for a variety of educational approaches involving the joint intellectual effort for small group projects to the more specific form of group work known as cooperative learning. So collaborative learning is an effective method for both teaching and learning purposes, and it includes positive interdependence and considerable interactions, individual accountability, social skills, and also the group processing. It will make the competition in which individuals best other group members. So it will collaborative learning is best and active learning method for both teaching and learning purposes. So these are all the references. So I hope you have understood about the collaborative learning, and thank you.